Hey everyone, it's Lisa J here, and welcome to another show. Anyone who has read my books or worked with me in my coaching programs, you know that the core of my message is change your beliefs and you change your results. And change your results and you change your life. So if you want a radical transformation in your life, you need to look at your core beliefs. What beliefs no longer serve you? What limiting beliefs are holding you back? And that if you put the effort, the daily focus into changing those beliefs, wow, look at how liberating your way of being would be. Look at your confidence level. Notice what you're attracting. So let's talk about, I believe there's 5 core limiting beliefs. But I want to talk about just 2 in this week, and the next week we'll cover the last 3. So the first 2 core beliefs I believe every human being has, because I believe we have dual natures. We have a spiritual nature and we have a physical nature. And just to exist in this physical world, because we have a physicality, we have to believe these 5 beliefs, but they're limiting when you talk about quantum physics. They're not true when you're working in the realm of quantum physics, and they're not true in the spiritual realm. So the first one is there's something wrong here. Yeah, I'm sure right when we were birthed into this world, coming from that womb, and even before that, if you believe you had a nature before that, wow, you came from abundance, you came from perfection, and then all of a sudden, bang, you're born into this world of physicality, and of course you're going to believe there's something wrong here. But when you're talking about quantum physics and even behavioral psychology, there's nothing wrong here. There's nothing wrong here. Any hardship you've gone through, any failure you've experienced, you were meant to experience that. It was to expose and to craft and to polish the best version of you. I often wondered, why did I have to go through divorce? Why did my family have to experience a breakup of a family? And as soon as I released that why, as soon as I accepted the reality of getting to experience divorce and who that made me become, who my children are because they've come from a divorced family, I relish in the privilege of that hardship. And you can too, any hardship. I've lost 3 homes in 2008 when we struggled in that real estate downfall. And I can remember judging myself and God, I'm so bad with money and I'm just not good at investing. And how could this happen? It's so embarrassing. And here I am, a professional speaker. And it was so embarrassing. And yet, as soon as I accepted that was part of my life experience, I was supposed to invest in those homes and lose those homes. And what the benefits, wow, the lessons learned about investing and things I'll never do again that I did back then. So what could you take on today to actually in the core of your being accept that reality that there's nothing wrong here. There's nothing wrong here. Everything is happening in your life just as it's meant to. And as soon as you release the meaning you're making your failures or struggle or success, as soon as you release the meaning you're making it, you create an avenue of possibility. You create a whole new realm of confidence and trust and faith and good energy. So, core belief number 1 that we're radically shifting is there's nothing wrong here. There's nothing wrong here. I take on the saying, c'est comme ça. C'est comme ça. The dog's barking right now. C'est comme ça. It is what it is. I work at home and the dog lives here. So c'est comme ça. It is what it is. Oh, you guys, when you can embrace this truth, and this is a core belief, so it's going to take some focus and some effort on your part to identify where you're making things wrong, identify where you're struggling when you don't need to struggle, identifying where you're judging yourself and others when you don't need to. I talk to my coaching clients all the time in sales. If you're getting 7, 8 no's every time you get 1 yes, you can start creating the mindset of a no person, and you start expecting a no. You got to guard against that. You got to guard your heart and guard your mind. I'm a yes woman. I'm a yes man. People want what I have. It doesn't matter that the reality is showing that you got a no and a no and a no. You've got to train your brain for a yes. There's nothing wrong here. You know, they did some research that it used to take, well, let's see if you can guess. How many advertisements of your product or service did you need to share and show to the world before you got a response, a sale? Back in the 1980s, it was 4. Can you guess what it is today, moving into 2020? It's 16. So you wonder, you share your product or service with somebody and 1 time, 2 times, never again. No wonder your sales are struggling. You need to be willing to continue to share what you believe in, your service, your product. It takes 16 contacts with a person who doesn't know you. So 16 advertisements, 16 requests. Hey, would you like to take a look, for you to get a yes? Wow. We have to acknowledge that reality and not make it mean anything that we're getting these no's. So belief number 1, there's nothing wrong here. Belief number 2 is, I'm not the center of the universe. You're born into this world and your parents taught you to share right away. You're born in this world and a lot of times you had to cry and self-soothe yourself. And your mom and dad wasn't right there, which is a good thing. You learn to self-soothe yourself. But then you make it up that you know, you're not the center of the world. And in the spiritual realm, that is not true. You are the common denominator. You are the source of everything that you're attracting. And some people don't want to see that or admit that, do they? Because that means that you got to tell the truth that, wow, why am I getting such negative friends or negative circumstances or hardship right now, or so many just difficult era in my life? Why am I dealing with an illness? Well, you are the source of everything, my friend. Everything is a mirror. Everything is a mirror. So whatever you're receiving and getting in life, you got to look at that and saying, that's what's within me. Everything's a mirror. Another way to say that is we are magnets. You are the source. You are the center of the universe. And I know in the physical world, we're not the center of the universe. We think of others and we understand this. I'm not saying don't give and don't help others, but I am saying it's all you. You are the source of everything. So take that on. That's a beautiful privilege. So when something happens, good or bad, you say, c'est comme ça. It is what it is. There's nothing wrong here. And, who am I being today that I attracted that? Who am I being today that goodness came to me, or that challenge was in my life today? Who was I being today with that person? Oh, you guys, when each of us can take that on and we have our own responsibility to align with our best self every day, throughout the day, to align with the responsibility that we get to have, that we are the source, you're the magnet, everything's a mirror. You have power. And when we all take that on in our own responsibility, in our own realm, wow, everybody taking care of themselves, taking care of the responsibility of their own alignment. No blame, no more blame. What would the world look like if there was no more blame? So those are the first limiting beliefs I'm going to ask you this week to work on. And that is, there's nothing wrong here. C'est comme ça. I accept it all. I don't judge it. I don't make a meaning of it. I receive it. I accept it. And the second one is, I am the center of my universe. I am creating it all. And that's a good thing. And let's honor that beautiful gift and really do the work to align with our best self. Make it a great week. We'll come back next week and talk about the other 3.